Today we embark on a journey through the extraordinary, the awe-inspiring, the utterly superhuman feats of the Man of Steel himself, Superman. From leaping tall buildings in a single bound to racing faster than a speeding bullet, the iconic superhero has captured our imaginations for generations. We're diving into the realm of his unparalleled heroism, the moments that define his legacy as the epitome of truth, justice, and the Kryptonian way. But it's not just about physical prowess. Let's not forget Superman's unwavering moral compass. His dedication to protecting the innocent and standing against tyranny sets an example for us all. Whether it's thwarting a meteor hurtling towards Earth or inspiring hope in the hearts of millions, Superman's greatest feats go beyond his incredible powers. They reside in his selflessness and undying commitment to humanity. Join me on this thrilling ride through the halls of superhero history as we relive the moments that define Superman as the beacon of hope in a world yearning for a hero. So buckle up. From his most iconic comic book adventures, we're about to witness the sheer magnificence of Superman's greatest feats. So let's unravel the legend of the Man of Tomorrow. Superman used mystical chains to separate Earth's continents. In World's Finest, Volume 1, Issue 208. Yes, you heard that right. Superman grabbed chains attached to all the continents and separated them. In this issue, Superman and Dr. Fate face off against aliens with magical powers. I know, the 70s was a weird time, right? But they used their magic to make the continents of Earth magically pull together. But before it could happen, Dr. Fate conjured up mystical chains forged from the sorcery of ancient Chaldea, whatever that is. Superman grabbed hold of said chains and pulled as hard as he could. Tales are told of the labours of Hercules. 12 impossible tasks that someone only more god than man could perform. How much more impossible must this labour be? Surely the gods themselves must gaze down from their lofty domain in awe and admiration. But he did it, and the world went back to normal. He held up 200 quintillion tons with one hand in All-Star Superman issue 1. Which, by the way, I made a video on it last week if you care to check it out. In this issue, Superman is back from a quick dip into the sun's surface and is juiced to the gills with powers. So much so that they test it out and he can currently hold 200 quintillion tons with one hand. I don't even know what to say to that one. Superman lifted the equivalent weight of the Earth for 5 days. In Superman Volume 3, Issue 13, as part of his New 52 run, in this issue Superman is on a training machine. If it were possible to put the Earth on a weighing scale, the planet would weigh 5.972 sextillion metric tons. He has been essentially bench pressing that for 5 days straight, and he says, "That's it? That's all you've got?" And the machine just gives up. The man is literally made of steel. Who knew? He blows my mind, he really does. He accidentally destroyed an entire solar system with a sneeze. Action Comics Volume 1, Issue 273. In this classic tale, Superman is dealing with the dastardly Mr. Mxyzptlk. Yeah, I looked that up, by the way, that's how you pronounce it. And he's just messing with Superman as always, but in this issue, he lets loose some magical sneezing powder over the unsuspecting folks of Metropolis. But Superman gets a whiff and he's about to sneeze, but he has to get off Earth before he does. He eventually gets far enough away and lets loose, absolutely obliterating his solar system in this path. But luckily it was a long dead one that all life had vanished from eons ago. They died to a space plague. And before we get to, in my opinion, the most significant on this list, I'm going to name a few honourable mentions. He dragged a galaxy of worlds to a new location when he was just Superboy. He helped lift the Book of Eternity with infinite pages and infinite weight. He flew into the sun in order to move it closer to Earth. Superman and his alternate versions punch through universal barriers. He contained the power of a black hole within the palm of his hand. He burst the very bonds of infinity. He created a sun. He destroyed a sun. He moved the earth. And even threw a giant ape through time. What a man. But in my opinion, his most noble and most Superman-esque feat would be when Superman lifts the heavens. In issue 12 of Superman, Man of Tomorrow, Superman approaches Atlas, the man who currently holds the heavens, getting ready for the task at hand. Zeus punished Atlas to shoulder the burden for all eternity, but he needs a break for an important reason. He tells him not to take it with his hands, but with his heart. The weight seems impossible at first. He calls out for Atlas, who is no longer to be seen. It's just him against the world. He holds up the people he loves. Your average everyday hero. He holds up his cousin, who felt lost in her new world but is trying to find her feet. He holds up everything a superhero stands for and more. He holds up best friends in their time of need. He holds the weight of the world on his shoulders. A shadow appears in the fog below everything. He's back. It's Atlas. If it was not for Superman, he'd have sacrificed a day no father should miss. The day of his daughter's wedding. You've given me a day of memories I'll cherish for eternity, he says, as he accepts his burden back. Superman thought he wouldn't come back. But Atlas puts him at ease by saying, perhaps only you understand as I do. Those charged with the weight of the world would never wish it on another. He's barely listening and just passes out from exhaustion. And that's how Superman lifted the weight of the world. And I don't see this one as a physical feat, more of a metaphorical one, as Superman constantly carries the weight of the world with him every day, whether it's fighting a world-ending threat or he's just trying to live a normal life. He does it better than anyone ever. And that's why he is the Man of Tomorrow. Well, let me know what you thought. I really liked researching all these little topics, especially going back to like the 50s and 60s and 70s issues. They're really cool. But yeah, if you liked the video, like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you think. Peace.